My name is Robert Chatham. I'm a data analyst, which is a very exciting career. I also write, and you can read some of my short stories at robertchatham.com. This is my contribution to the Read Around the World experiment, and I'm reading from Franklin, Tennessee, in the United States of America. The date wasn't going especially well, and when the ugly gentleman excused himself to go to the bathroom, it got worse as a piece of toilet paper firmly attached itself to the bottom of his left foot. Upon returning to the table, he found the woman gone and the other restaurant patrons and staff laughing at him due to his lack of date and his addition of stick-on toilet paper. A particularly ill-mannered waiter sauntered up to him and with a gallon of cynicism said, "Get the message. You're a loser." The restaurant patrons who had been politely tittering to themselves burst into all-out laughter, causing the ugly gentleman enough embarrassment to last a lifetime. It was during that moment of pure embarrassment that his brain gave out on him, and all he could think of was message, paper, and stuck. No one suspected a thing, and the moment never really became common knowledge, but that was the instant the sticky note, a very clever pad of paper used to relay messages or reminders to anyone by sticking them all over the place, was invented. The ugly gentleman encountered only two problems while inventing the now famous stationery. One, no money. He solved this by suing the restaurant for severe emotional damage, the settlement of which was rather substantial. And two, as hard as he tried, he could never get the glue consistency just right, until one day he ran into a weird man who owned a Brazilian glue factory, and the rest was history. Neville sold the ugly man defective glue, which worked great for sticky notes, and in turn, the ugly gentleman paid Neville vast amounts of money, turning him from just being weird into being superbly eccentric. "Pull!" shouted Neville. Although the security breach at Majestic seemed suspicious, Neville decided the best course of action was to await further information regarding the situation. Splash! Went the third Mexican as the fourth Mexican climbed into the medieval catapult. "Beatrice?" said Neville. "Mr. Snell," replied Beatrice, who just happened to be a 6-foot former bodybuilder with a Harvard business degree, legs like tree trunks, and Neville's personal assistant. His real name was Matthew, but Neville insisted on calling people by whatever name he felt they should have at the time. No one argued. He was just eccentric after all. "Beatrice, I think we'll wait and see what happens with the situation in London. Keep me updated." And then as an afterthought he added, "But just in case worse should come to worse, put the lawyers on yellow alert." The thought of Selina McManus trapped in the building did concern him a little, but the thought was fleeting. She'd turned down his advances one too many times anyway. "As you wish, sir. Shall we keep firing the Mexican cleaning staff into the pool, sir, or have you had enough?" Neville had many strange ways of dealing with his problems in more somber moods. Firing members of his staff from a medieval-style catapult into a swimming pool was one of his favorites and always seemed to brighten him up. Today it was the cleaning staff's turn, a group of Mexican men and women who worked hard to abolish every speck of dust from Neville's many mansions and in turn were paid handsomely. "No, I think that's enough for today. That last one got some good height, didn't he?" "Yes, sir," said Beatrice. "Very good height indeed." Beatrice waved a hand towards the Mexican staff, who quickly disbanded and went back to their duties. An assistant gardener working for Neville once questioned the head gardener as to the safety issue surrounding the firing of human beings from a catapult and the sanity of their boss. The head gardener simply reminded the assistant that they all received good wages and an excellent benefit package. And to the sanity question he replied, "Well, he's just eccentric, ain't he?" To be continued. If you'd like to sign up and join the Read Around the World experiment, just head towards www.planetkibi.com. You can find the address in the video description. Thank you for listening.